Really going down both ways, because I was really thinking about it being really situational. And really, when I say that, I feel like in certain situations you can control your emotions in a way. So like, say for instance, if, because Desmond mentioned he was a jealous type. So say for instance, he was dating a girl and she kept doing something that made him jealous. He can over time control himself where he wouldn't get jealous in that situation anymore. But that doesn't mean he'll stop being jealous altogether, like with any other girl in the future or anything like that. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like what Des said. Just making sure you react, because you can't necessarily control your emotions. You can't stop yourself from like being angry, because it'll happen. It depends on how you actually react to it. Yeah. So yeah, I was really going down that road. It's kind of really situational and how, yeah.
But I'm not even gonna lie. That's something I had thought about too in that 10 minutes leading up. When I think of confidence in itself, my confidence is more of like me tricking myself. Like I'm not gonna lie, there's still points and times where I get jealous or I feel inadequate or I feel like I'm not where I should be. But that often comes as a result of comparison. And I think the number one way that I really trick my comparison or trick my mind into, straying away from those comparisons, I'm like, these people that I'm comparing myself to pale in the comparison to somebody else. Case in point is I'll be very, very irrational to get over it, but I'll say, this isn't Jeff Bezos, this isn't Elon Musk, this isn't Joe Rogan, this isn't none of the people that, I look up to on a philosophical level or even a financial level to where I should feel some form of insecurity. Like this isn't this isn't Morris Chestnut. Like I shouldn't feel some type of way about a girl liking some other guy or a guy driving a certain car or having X amount of money. Like I feel like being in a capitalist society, and then like we've always touched on, and being in being part of an age to where people flaunt, I think it's easy to fall victim to it. I know for me, I was very, very materialistic, the early part of my 20s and then all throughout my teens and, the latter part of my, whatever you want to call it, my adolescence, like 7, 8, 9, 10, I wanted all the toys. So it's easy for me to, default back to what I had felt for a predominant amount of time in my life. But, it's also like what I have to trick myself into, understanding and digesting to let that be a very, very short-lived bout with that emotion.